Okay, so I'm gonna do something pretty rare on this channel, and that is I'm gonna praise the Knicks and give them my thanks for doing something that I'll tell you about in the end. But first, before I talk to you about what you did for us, I'll tell you about a player that sucks so much and is just so down bad, okay? Andrea Bargnani. I know some of you remember that name, especially the Canadians or the Raptors fans that have watched Raptors basketball in those years. Holy snap, man. Some of the worst basketball, but of course, Bargnani was putting up some points, so there was really no reason for him to be waived off or traded or whatnot during those years. But man, oh my gosh, it was just bad. It was just overall horrible basketball. And of course, I'm exaggerating it now, but looking back, it still wasn't pleasant to watch. It wasn't fun. And I know some of you remember the Primo commercials that used to air all the time on the Score, TSN, Sportsnet. I know you guys remember. Even NBA TV, you have the Primo commercial with him eating pasta and tomato sauce. So good. Those commercials were amazing, but at the same time, they got very annoying very fast. Okay, but that's just a side tangent that I had because holy snap, man. I need help. My mom only buys Primo pasta now because of that commercial. And somebody, please recommend me a pasta that's better than Primo, please. I'm tired of eating that shit, bro. But now, Bargnani, there were some upsides to him being picked number one in 2006. And I'm not saying that he's a total scrub, although he is. But what I'm saying is, Bargnani, um, really didn't win you games. Okay, that's the basic problem that we had with him. He was a player that could score, he could put up some points, and he had some skills that were really that would really help the Raptors in terms of scoring points. But defensively, he was nowhere to be found. Victories were nowhere to be found. This guy, even though he's your number one pick, doesn't win you games. And the most important thing, in my opinion, for a player that's supposed to be a franchise guy, is that you have to win your team games. Okay. Now you have John Morant, who people don't look to him as highly as they used to, but he wins you games. There's a reason why they ended up beating the Warriors and not playing and playing the Utah Jazz in the playoffs. They won games, and they won enough games to get themselves in that position. Now the Raptors, they needed that player, and unfortunately, they couldn't pair him up with Chris Bosh to really win you games. And people like David West are saying that if Bargnani and Bosh would have played in this era, they would have dominated the league, and it would have been damn near impossible to guard them. I disagree. Okay, if you look at the track record of Bargnani's career, um, he fell off real quick. Okay, his 3-point shooting wasn't as good. Okay, his oh my gosh, when he got traded to the Knicks, which again, thank you so much, he just fell off, and his production wasn't the same ever since then. And he stopped playing in the NBA by like 30. He was 30 years old when he left the NBA. And that wasn't really up to him. It was really teams didn't want to play him in the game anymore. So it's really something to. It's really weird to hear David West say stuff like this when Bargnani really wasn't durable in the league, and he had a lot of injuries that impeded that, and unfortunately for him, he didn't really have a good career in the NBA. Now I'm going to get to the part that will really, really rub Knicks fans the wrong way. Okay. So you remember when you guys traded for Bargnani? I know you guys don't want to hear this. Okay. Bargnani was apparently traded for Steve Novak, and you also gave us a 2016 first round pick. Now that was a long time ago, so who knows what the Raptors did with that pick? Well, I'll tell you. The Raptors ended up picking Jakob Poeltl. Okay, that's nice and all, but Jakob Poeltl didn't do much for you, and the stuff he did for you really didn't pan out for anything because he ended up leaving the Raptors. Exactly, he ended up being included in that deal to trade DeMar DeRozan for Kawhi Leonard. So what I'm saying is the Knicks gave us the pick that got us to win a championship. Thank you, sons of bitches. You guys gave us the championship. Okay, the Knicks fans and the Knicks franchise should be given a Medal of Honor for giving the Raptors a championship player. Ah, yes! I know you guys aren't seeing my face right now, but I'm smiling ear to ear, flexing my guns. Elite. So yeah, thank you so much, New York, and do us all a favor. For all the community out there, keep sucking.